Connections, we're all connected to various different things, but the thing is, there are positive connections and negative connections, and there is the best type of connection. So let's focus for a moment on positive connections. Now, when I say positive, it doesn't necessarily mean it's good. It just means it's kind of based out of love, something I desire. For example, a person may desire drugs. It's a terrible connection to have. The most important thing to know is that our soul is called desiring. And desiring means you're connected to that which you desire. So analyze for a moment the different desires. I'm going to do a little meditation with you. Close your eyes for a second and ask yourself, what am I connected to? Is it food? Is it intimacy? And now those connections are not necessarily good. Our society has been telling us that as long as you want it, it's good for you, but it's not true. The person that's taking drugs, it's killing them. The person that's smoking, it's killing them. Connections are not good. Generally, the advice of Jewish mysticism is get rid of all your connections. Don't have any desires. We'll discuss in a moment what's worth desiring, but anything that is kind of an addiction to you, try to get rid of it. The next thing is, who am I connected to? Now, that's a positive thing. That's love, the people that you're connected to. Hopefully, those are healthy people. If they're not healthy, then it's a negative connection. And one of the ways we get rid of connections is, it says this in Kabbalah, that you could imagine, let's say it's a food addiction, you can imagine that food that you love, I don't know, let's call it cheesecake, is actually excrement. And that's disgusting to you. So you can create a disgust attached to that desire, and then you stop wanting it. Now, on the flip side, let's do this with really negative connections, and that would be, who do I hate? So hate, ironically, is a connection. You're connected to the person you hate. Um, it's funny, like anti-Semites, they're connected to Jews because they hate them. And if I ever get a remark, I always like wave and say hello. And because ultimately, what can cause somebody to hate somebody that never did anything bad to them? That's jealousy. And it's like Snow White, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest one of all? So when you think you're the best, then anybody else, in this case an anti-Semite, is delusionally thinks he's the best in the world, and he can't stand a Jew because he thinks the Jew's better than him, and that's not fair because he's the best. So you have to ask yourself, do you hate? Who do I hate? And if you have a hate connection, you have to get rid of that connection, because that's a terrible connection to have. Particularly, there are people, bullies, that want us to hate them. They've done things to us just to hurt us, just so we should hate them, just so we should be as miserable as they are, as the saying, misery loves company. So now, try to get rid of that connection. And the way to get rid of that connection, sorry about this camera thing going on here. The way to get rid of that connection, again, is just imagine that person as excrement. And then you can whoa, I'm not connected to him, because once you see him in that way, you don't have any sense of, you don't care about what that person's opinion is of you, even if they shamed you. Like, I don't know, if some dog barked at you, you wouldn't get upset. It's just a dog. So you're upset because you held the person to a certain light. But if you can change the way you look at the person, it will change the effect that it has on you. And what about fear? Who do I fear, right? Fear is not a healthy emotion. Now, what can you do to get rid of that fear? Well, you can do the same kind of thing, see that person in that way, and then it's like, oh, I don't fear them because that's who they are, whatever. So it's like, I don't have that sense of fear anymore. And then also, what do I fear? Is there something you fear? And again, once again, if you could truly see the person in that way, or even if the person was bad, and then you could just imagine them melting away. I mean, obviously, if it's an active situation, you have to do something different. But if it's a past situation, then you can change it. And then, boom, it's just out of your consciousness. It's not part of you're not afraid anymore. Very powerful stuff. Now, most importantly, what should I be connected to? Because there's kind of this Buddhist doctrine, which I disagree with, is like, have no desires, and then you won't be upset. Yeah, but you won't be happy either. So you have to have what you should be connected to, and you should be connected to yourself. You should be connected to your heart, to your soul, to your body. You should be connected. You should be happy to be you. And you should be connected to God, your creator, the voice of God that gives you advice, the Torah God gave us through Moses, the 613 commandments for the Jews, 7 for the Gentiles, connected to the wisdom of God, truth, goodness, right? That's what you should be connected to. Obviously, as a Jew, to your fellow Jews, whatever your group is, and certainly to all people you should feel love for. So that's a positive connection. So because we've done this, we've now seen positive connections versus negative connections, and most importantly, the truest connections, the most important connections that we want to achieve. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.